They had a playful moment with it. It's a hilarious video if you watch it. That's how close he is. When a catcher goes to throw the ball back to the pitcher, and the batter is sort of backing up a little bit, plenty of room to throw the ball back to the pitcher. Not with Anthony Rizzo. That's how close he is to the plate.
I swear to God, his knee is over the inside.
Yeah.
It's over the inside corner.
That's crazy.
Whatever.
Anyway, as we move on to number one, if you guys don't already know who number one is, Mr. MVP, Jose Altuve. It just, to me, he's the second best player in baseball, but he's really close to overtaking Mike Trout at this point. But I think Trout is...
Well, it depends. What's more...
Man, it's
second
close.
Baseman compared to an outfielder.
Yeah.
Outfielder's deeper.
Yeah. But, I mean, geez, he's rated at number 2 with Fantasy Pros. Trout, I think, is still number 1. But
I actually hope I don't get first pick.
I know. I hate having first pick in fantasy.
I really struggle with that because I don't know if I might take Altuve over Trout.
Yeah, I hate having the first pick in fantasy. I love having somewhere in the middle. That way I'm picking around that spot every round.
Depends on the year.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago, it would have been awesome to get Trout.
Yeah.
Because number 2 would have been Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like a distance away.
So
whenever they're all grouped up, there's so many good players at the top. It sucks to get first pick, actually.
I hate having the first pick. Whoever gets first pick gets Mike Trout or Jose Altuve, or if they're crazy enough to go after Clayton Kershaw at first pick. So that's our second baseman. Like I said, there really is
deep.
It's a deep position, guys.
You don't have to get any of these 10 top
Yeah,
guys.
Josh Harrison's out there. He was ranked in the low 20s on Fantasy Pros, and I was thinking Josh Harrison thought he was in low 20s. And he's out there. And he's not a bad pickup. He had a real good year last year. I think he had 20-something home runs.
I think he's better in real life than fantasy.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have a great year, but he'll max out at 60-some RBIs, 70-some runs.
Right. Correct.
And he's not happy either. He's
not happy. He probably won't be a Pirate when spring training starts. So we don't know where he's going to be playing. But guys like that are still out there. Neil Walker's a free agent. He's still kind of solid.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's a solid second baseman. But I mean, that's such a deep position that I was like I said, I opened it up and started doing my homework on it. I was like, wow, this is a really surprising position. So,
you think Matt Carpenter's going to bounce back?
I think Matt Carpenter will have a better year.
Me too.
He's going to have Marcell Ozuna hitting around him now. That'll help him out. No Randall Grichuk. He got traded today or yesterday. So, some questions I want to bring up, Mark. Still talking fantasy here. So let's talk about some of the moves lately. McCutchen to the Giants, Longoria, Garrett Cole to Houston. Do you see Garrett Cole's value as better now?
Yes.
That would be my answer.
I do. More wins. He's probably just excited to be on a team that wants to win. Yeah,
it sounds like he had a little dig on the Pirates when he came out.
He did. Deservedly so, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great to be playing on a team that wants to win. Is basically in a nutshell what he said.
That's exactly what he said, and it's just the Astros. Okay, we're going to go ahead, and the Astros didn't even give up two. Now, Colin Moran could end up being a really great third baseman. He's got great potential, but he's got to realize that potential first. And that's why when a trade like this happens, people get upset at the what they brought back, but they don't give those young guys that the Pirates got. They haven't given them a chance yet. That's why I get a little upset when people get like that. I think Colin Moran will be a great third baseman. Personally, he's slow-footed, so his range is limited. But I think he will be a good hitter. I think he'll be a really, really good hitter. But anyway, so Garrett Cole, I think he'll have more wins. I actually think his ERA will drop down below 4. I have a good amount of strikeouts. I just think overall across the board, Garrett Cole.
He's got pressure on himself too. He has to perform, or else they can send him to the bullpen. They're pretty deep rotation.
Yeah, but to me, I think a lot of the pressure was taken off as not being the ace. And
the guy he bumped out was Brad Peacock, who's actually really good.
Yeah.
So he's got to do well.
Yeah, he's got some pressure, but I think he had more pressure on the Pirates because you go out there thinking, I got to shut this team down because we're not going to score that many runs. With the Astros, you go out there saying, oh, wow, I can go out there, I can throw my game. I know my guys are going to score some runs for me. And you don't have that pressure to go out and throw a shutout every game. So
I do believe Felipe Rivero is a better closer than Ken Giles.
Yes.
That's the only thing, but it's not enough to swing it the other way.
No.
I think he'll do better this year.
Yeah,
not just because last year was a down year, but because he'll be happier in Houston. How about park factor?
Yeah.
PNC and Houston are similar, right?
Similar. Everybody. Okay, so that porch out in Minute Maid. Everybody. Todd Blasingame brought it up one day. That is the only part of the park that really is small.
Well, it's their version of the Clemente one.
Right.
So, same thing.
But it's actually, center field is very deep, and it really is a pitcher's ballpark. And so I think throwing that in there, I mean, Pittsburgh has the Clemente wall out in right field, so
maybe some of what's that guy's name? Maybe Keuchel's ability to be a ground ball pitcher. Maybe we can learn something from him.
Yeah,
because that's his weakness.
That was his weakness. The home runs last year was his weakness. I don't think he'll give up as many home runs this year. So, like I said, I'm willing to bet his ERA is between 3 and 3.5, and
I'd say between 3.3 and 3.8.
Okay.
I think that's where he's going to settle into. But I think his strikeout rate's going to go up, and that's just personal opinion. I have nothing to base that off of, other than he'll just be more fired up.
Yeah, he'll be happier.
Yeah.
Period. So let's talk about McCutchen in San Francisco.
I think his value goes down.
Okay.
And I can't really think of any other reason other than the ballpark.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to hit 5+ triples.
Yeah, I think he's going to have 20 home runs, not 30. He had 27 or 28 last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to hover around 20 home runs. He'll have a couple more triples.
Is he going to have a slow start again, you think?
That's just the way he does, I think. I haven't seen a year where he didn't start slow. He always starts slow, and then when May kicks on, he hits the yawn switch, and then he becomes one of the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah. Last year it took till June.
Yeah, but then that on switch went. I mean, he must. I don't know what he was taking. He must have got something from Sterling Marte because he got on something. He went from like a 210 hitter to finishing the year at 279, and he was just.
And he fell off a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
Too, so he was.
It was crazy. He was just on fire. And you know what? I had him last year. I picked him in fantasy last year, guys, and I had him, and I was ecstatic. I was like, great! I got my favorite player. And
second round too.
Yeah, and I was like, I had him and Odor, and I traded him to Mike. I traded McCutchen and Odor, I think, to Mike Deeds.
I'm pretty sure you dropped McCutchen flat out.
I did drop McCutchen flat out.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated because he was struggling so much because of the year before, the whole year he struggled, and I'm like, wow, he's done. And then the minute I dropped him, he must have been. Okay, this guy dropped me. I'm going to turn my own light, and he just caught fire. He was hitting home runs,
and I was number 2 on waiver priority. I was trying to pick him up, and the person number 1 got him.
Yep, and I was frustrated, and then that sort of ended my fantasy season when I did that because I was so frustrated.
That's why guys that go hot get real hot, real cold. They worry me. I might be the guy that drops McCutchen. I might be the guy that drops Edwin Encarnacion.
Yeah.
Or trades him straight up.
I won't ever do that again.
If
If somebody's struggling, I'll bench him, but I won't ever drop him like I did McCutchen. So,
and then you said Longoria. I think his value stays the same.
Yeah, I think
he's on the wrong side of 30, and he's never had a home field that's been a hitter's park. So
the only thing I think McCutchen might be better, his average might be a little higher.
Why?
I just better people hitting around him. I think Longoria, Posey. Crawford's still solid. Belt. I think Belt had an off year last year. I think Belt will be better this year. And plus, like I said, I think they're going to go out and get another center fielder. So, that's his. I think McCutchen might have anywhere from 285 to 290 average. Get 279. Like I said, slightly better. That might be the only thing that goes up for McCutchen. Triples, like Mark said, his triples might go up. Yep, he's got a big alley out there. He might hit a bunch of doubles too. So, Longoria like Mark said, I think Longoria's going to stay around the same as he had last year. So here's a guy who got traded yesterday. Randall Grichuk went to the Blue Jays. I think his value goes up a little bit. I still think he'll platoon.
Can you pull up the depth chart real quick?
Yeah, we'll.
Does he have room to play?
I think he'll be in a platoon to start out. But
we don't really know who the real Randall Grichuk is, right?
Right, not yet.
He was 2 years ago, and then last year he sucked so bad he went to the minors.
Correct. So, but I think they were making room for Marcell Ozuna.
Your depth chart's up there.
I don't know. It's not going to. There we go.
This is great podcasting, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys see that on the screen? It's really cool looking.
Yeah. So, when that happened, I was like, So I have Steve Pearce, Kevin Pillar, and
he's set
to start in right field.
Okay.
So I think I have him go. He strikes out a lot. That he does get. Now last year he did have 22 home runs at the end of the year, 59 RBIs, 238 average. I think his average goes up. I think he'll have between 250 and 260.
He's a late round flyer.
Yeah, he's a guy you take on a late round flyer and maybe ends up having a solid outfielder. But I mean, other than that, we haven't had any free agent. I don't know when the free agent signings are going to start, guys. It's again, this was the frustrating part. The owners and the free agents are. Jake brought this up before. Collusion could be possible collusion, and they have that in the rule book that you're not allowed to have collusion, and that was actually the owners that put that in the rule book to save themselves from the players. But now to me it seems like the owners are trying to make it so they don't have to pay as much for free agents. Let's say if Yu Darvish signs with somebody and he gets a lot less than what you think, that has an impact on next year's free agent class, because let's face it, there's a guy out in Washington that's looking to make $400 million, and if they don't use a lot of money this year, then the owners can come back next year and say, hey, listen, you're not that much better than the guys that JD Martinez, whatever he signs for, we'll set the table, we'll set the bar for what Bryce Harper will be able to sign for next year. So hopefully we get it going here soon. The guys start signing, and
what round would you take JD Martinez in?
Well, again, it depends on how many people are in our league.
Say it's a 14-team league.
14-team league, I take him at the end of the first.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He is an amazing baseball player. Yeah, he's one of those quiet ones.
Sorry, Astros. I mean, they dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't they? He was starting to break out, and that's when they traded him, and then he just.
Yeah.
Am I right on that? That's what happened.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And of course, then Arizona had him last year, and then he helped push them to the playoffs. So, but no, Boston's been the only team I heard that might sign him. But again,
but he's worth $1 bajillion. He's that good.
Yeah, he really is that good. If Boston signs him, Boston will be right now. I have Boston finishing third in the conference. But if they sign Martinez, they're definitely second.
Wait a second. Who would be ahead of them besides the Yankees?
Well, obviously the Yankees.
Certainly not the Blue Jays.
No,
Certainly
not the Blue Jays. We're not.
Certainly not the Orioles, and certainly not.
Tampa. No, Tampa. You're right. So second, yeah. Boston and New York are actually the class of the East.
Right.
Again, Jake's two favorite teams. Actually, he hates Boston with a passion. He does not hate the Yankees. He respects the Yankees. I don't know how. He must have sold his soul to the devil a long ass time ago, because I despise the Yankees and the Cubs. And I think those are two teams that use a ton of money. I know the Red Sox do, but for some reason I don't dislike the Red Sox as much as I do those other two teams. But hopefully, like I said, free agents start signing here pretty soon. The end of February, pitchers and catchers report. So spring training's sneaking up on us here in just over a month, and no it seems like no free agent is signed.
All right, I'm going to get out of here.
So that's the end of our fantasy podcast. Like I said, Jake, end of next year, I hope you got a skimpy-ass lingerie. I want...
Not too skimpy.
Yeah, please. Oh,
At
God.
least enough to hold his ball sack in.
Jesus. Yeah, well, I didn't think he had very ball sack.
And shave.
Yeah, please shave. Please get the bikini shave going, brother. Make sure there's nothing puffing out over the sides. We don't need to see that. Like I said, I think San Francisco is going to be a little bit better than Colorado this year. And a little
bit, but I would not be willing to make that crazy bet.
Yeah, well, I made it. The hell with it. Jake and I are best friends. we're going to make bets like this, guys. You and the sad